Sunless Sea is what we'll be playing in this video. It's the second game from a company called Fail Better Games. Their first game was one of those fighting fantasy books. Kind of. It wasn't exactly like that. It was online. It was kind of like an interactive card system. Very similar to those books. It's called Fallen London. They've got a link to it right here. I'll also put a link in the description below because you guys can check that out. It's good. It's worth it. It's not that there's no gameplay. There's no like real time or even turn based. It's just choosing cards, picking actions, moving through like a story, but interactively. They've actually brought out a game, not a game, but a software kind of thing on their website where you can create your own. Because it's very simple. It's really simple. It's ridiculously simple. I've tried it out myself. Although don't play the games I've made because, yeah, they're not very good. But you can make your own. Check out other people's. Lots of user-generated content. It's very good. Now there's options menu. Music started like here. Should turn that down already. Don't want to deafen all of you as soon as it loads up. There's not many. There's no master volume, which is a bit of a shame. But then again, there's no dialogue in the game. There's no other sounds. You just got these two. So you know, lower your speakers. Video settings. We've got charming, adequate, and sublime, which is charming in and of itself. I'm going to go straight to sublime. Resolution's alright. No drop-down menus. Quite a lot of options there. Wow, enough options anyway. Windowed mode, very nice for some people. I'm obviously not going to do that. Enable screen effects. I have no idea what that is. I'm going to assume there's some sort of, you know, vibration or shaking or something. Until we've played, I won't know. So let's go ahead and start a new game. Have I got a no? Let's go ahead and start a new game. Yes, I'm sure that's why I clicked it. I love this style of loading screen with the like, not hand drawn, but like kind of nice writing. I like it. Bit of tips, which makes no sense to me. Well, it makes a little sense to me because I play Fallen London, but. And they're set in the same universe actually, but this is obviously you're actually in the universe as opposed to just kind of flicking through. Just sticking at the bottom. Okay. Oh, so this is a very similar style to Fallen London. How you kind of choose options. So you get a list. You get a little bit of text. So this is your like past or something, and then you can choose a past or decide later and just start. So I'm going to choose a past. See what options we have. So now you get given. This is exactly like Fallen London. So you get given, it tells you what your stuff, so that changes to nothing, which makes a lot of sense if you're creating one yourself. So who was I? Street urchin, a poet, veteran, or priest, or philosopher? I'm going to go with urchin because I'm going to go with poet actually. Probably talk my way into something with some sort of talkily skills, which I like. Choose an ambition. Father was lost at sea, you never knew him. 100 tales, learn as much as you can, write a masterpiece. That's very poet. Maybe I should do it because I'm a poet. I'm not role playing. I'm going to go with wealth because pirates. And it's a pretty good way to go. Scrap of paper. What people will call me. Okay, so basically. Oh, I can be lord. I can be captain. Hey, if I'm going to go pirate, got to go captain. Let's check this out. Okay, so I'll give myself a nice face. I think I'll be a mummy because they're pretty snares. I'll call myself a Memymoi, obviously. Let's go. Okay, got some money there. Echoes. That's the currency of Fallen London, yeah. Oh, so you start in Fallen London. That's nice. So these are your options down here, it seems. Also got some story options, so you can go to your lodgings. These are actually the same. Or you can go to London because you start, I think, in London. Yes, look at this. How do I get back to that? Oh, launch, so I can go E and I can launch off. I should probably do something, but for the sake of just showing you the gameplay, I'm just going to launch off. So, WASD controls, pretty simple. There was no key bindings in the options menu, which I failed to mention, which is a shame. But, I mean, everyone is pretty much suited to a WASD. How do I go faster? W. Okay, so in the top left here, you've got a sort of forwards, backwards. Not very many options, but you've got a bit of variety. Something's typing. Okay, so I've got some, like a logbook down here. It's pretty snazzy. ZBAT search. Toggle lights. Okay. It's probably a reason I don't want to do that. I'm just going to turn and go see what this is. I'm assuming this is one of those kind of parking zones, like in a lot of games where you have to park up just so it knows you're there, kind of thing. Let's pull up here and see what it does. Nope, didn't do anything. Oh, dock! Oh, what's happening now? Oh, I clicked on battle. Okay, it changed just as I clicked on it. So I guess I won't go there because I'm too late. I wonder if M is map. Yes, it is. I don't know much of what's going on, so let's just sail off. So here I have hunger. I don't know what this bar represents. I'm assuming it's a bar I probably want to be. What's this? Some sort of... This is my view, it would seem, because it goes off into the darkness a little bit. There was a bit up there earlier. I'm going to go pull up to this, see what's going on here. I wonder if I automatically fight. Now, it's got real-time combat, which they implemented after release on Steam. So I'm quite... I haven't read anything about it, so I'm quite intrigued to probably die, like Doc. Right, so I can help me, which I think is... Yeah, this is just a kind of, you know, like F1 help me game thing. It's not for the where we are related at all. So this will be there every single time wherever you are, I think, because it was in full London as well. Okay, so I'll click on the only option I have. Now, were I to have some recent news, I could take this option, speak to the crew, and do something. But I don't, which means I literally have no options. So, oh, I can look at my ship. Okay, well, while we're here, I'll go through these menus with you guys. So, we've got our hold. So we've obviously got different kinds of guns, engines. You can obviously get some stuff later. There's a good chance you start with some of this stuff where you to choose different, like, because I'm an urchin, I probably don't have that much. Where you to choose like priests or something, you might start with maybe not better guns because priests aren't necessarily known for their combat, but. I don't know what these are, but yeah, you guys might. So supplies, food, right, and equipment. I wonder if they go down together. And then fuel. Obviously, if you run out, then you're stranded. I read somewhere that you can kind of like let off like a kind of beacon thing and just kind of wait for stuff to happen. Money. Fragments. So fragments I think work similar to whispers in Fallen London if you played it. Basically you rack up like 1,000, you can turn it into like a better secret. Then you rack up 1,000 of those, you can turn it into a better one, and each one you can use to unlock various parts of the game. Just random little bits. It's kind of like a different kind of currency. I have no idea what that is. I'm in unforgiving mode. Sweet. Don't know what that means. Journal probably just recaps the stuff. Gives you, oh, so these are all your stats. So I'm a poet. I'm slightly terrored. And they'll just be random ones. If you upgrade your lodgings, or if you get like anything, any qualities that your character's going to achieve. Let's see, officers. First officer. I have a ferret mascot, which gives me +1 hearts. Apparently. Oh, I can speak to them. Okay, so he gives me 1 mirrors, which probably helps me see further in the sailing or something. I can also unlock these later. Shops. I'm not at a shop place, and shipyard. I'm not a shipyard place. If I were in a town, these two would probably be full of options. Let's chat with this guy. See what I can do. Okay, so this is where you can spend your secrets, which I think are unlocked with those fragments, like I was saying before. So, were I to have some, I could tell them to this guy, and he'd improve my mirrors. There you go. So I have to have less than 49 mirrors to do it. So obviously if I go over 50, then I have to stop being able to upgrade. Launch. Oh, I just clicked dock again. I'm useless. Launch. I'm going to go up this way. Follow the light of this guy, even though he's spinning. Something awaits you in port. It's interesting. So what does C do? Chart. Okay, that's M as well. So there's 2 buttons for the map. So there's no key bindings, but there are a few... Oh, what's happening? Am I supposed to do something? Do I left click? What do I do? I clicked E and something's loading down the bottom. Oh, 1. Okay. God, I'm useless. Okay, well, he's sailed off. Oh, he's coming back for more. Want some of this? Right. Oh, so now he's in range, so that's up. So 1. Oh, he's gone behind me. Oh, and he's shooting at me. This is good. Suffered 5 damage, so my hull is there. I can't see through that little speck of something, that little boy, which is slightly ridiculous but fair. Right, I think I've lost that pirate. I'm not even going at full speed. Let's go full speed. Now this says full power. I'm not entirely sure what that does. Let's just try it. Whoa! Beware, your engines will occasionally explode. Splendid. I like that. I like a bit of exploding engine. Check out the map. I appear to just be sailing into nothingness, but what's this? Oh, so what does that do? Did I slow down when I did that? No, I don't know what these arrows do. It must be something to do with combat. It's probably cycle through which weapon you're using or something. Now I think these bits here don't actually exist. What's that little thing setting to me? These are the only actual walls. All the other bit is just kind of decor. So the obvious out of water bits at the bottom. Now this red line appears to be where I can shoot them. So as long as they're in that red line, within the red circle, that half circle that I've got, then I'm free to shoot. It's slightly larger than a half circle, so I can shoot a little bit behind me. But yeah. Okay, there's something here that's got a name. There must be a dock somewhere on it because I can see some buildings. I'm going to assume it's down here, so I'm going to turn around this point. Yeah, so this game is pretty good so far. I mean, not much has happened, but I like the options, and it's similar to Fallen London, and their storytelling in Fallen London was very, very good. Like, amazingly good. And there were so many options you could take. There was something like 2,000... Oh, I got a dock fire crash. There was something like 2,000 different, like, things that could happen at any time. But nothing ever happened spontaneously. You always had to kind of move through. And there were a lot of events. A lot of Christmassy kind of events. Let's check out the shop. Sweet. Okay, so I can buy and sell resources for completely separate prices that are just ridiculous. These merchants are ripping me off. What's this? Okay, so I've got some options that I can choose, or I can just do the casual shopping thing. I don't know how much I have. I have 3 supplies. And I had loads before. Well, I had 5 before, so they don't go down that quickly. I have 70 gold. Let's see what this is. Huh. So that opens up this menu. Oh, so if there's more, I suppose there's different shops you can go to? Because it seems to be like, because that jiggles, I'm assuming that's refreshing. There are no shipyards here. I'll buy some fuel. I don't really know if I should. But, yeah, I'll buy some. Right, let's see if there's any story going on. So, some stuff. I'm not going to read it all. I mean, it's very... I mean, you can just see, there's so much text. I'm not going to read it all in this video, but you can see how detailed it is. So when you play, I'm just going to read the titles. So, I'm going to explore the island. So it just gives you some detail on the island. That's pretty nice. Oh, I've also come across some sort of colony of Blemigans. There's lots of weird... There's loads of factions, actually. I think they're in this as well. There are lots of factions in Fallen, like the I can't remember what they're called, the bandaged people. Well, around a lot, and I think they're in this, because I seem to be able to be... Well, not be one, but my avatar is one. So, while you're going through, you've got options that just kind of advance the story that are free, like the ones I've been taking so far. But then you have options that have a challenge, because you can upgrade your skills. So my iron quality is high enough that I have a 30% chance of success. Were I improving my iron, probably similar to the way I improve my mirrors with this man, then I'd have a less risky challenge. Now, I don't know what this is. 31%. Ooh, that's 31% is tough. 30% is high risk. Big difference. Big difference. I'm going to take what I can. Learn what I take. I'm going to take what I can. Okay, so my iron failed, which means I lost 4 crew. That's half. Okay, so, I mean, I'm not going to read this, but, yeah. So there's some shizzle that goes down, and I lost that. Okay, I've lost all options now, except for gather supplies, because I made some poor choices. So let's see if I can gather some supplies. I was unlucky, so I gained 5 terror and I didn't earn anything. That's really depressing. I'm terrible at this. Let's sail off. I don't appear to be able to use all of my speed now. I'm not entirely sure why, but yeah. Oh, so let's just check out the in-game options menu, because I was interested in checking that. It's the exact same one. Okay, that's good to know. Let's just move on then. I thought there might be slightly different options, maybe for key bindings or whatever. So now I don't know if this happens when I get away from this red half circle. I don't know if that happens when I get away from there, which implies that I can't be attacked while I'm next to it, or if that means there's something stalking me. I'm going to assume from that it means there's something stalking me. I just clicked 1. I think I'm loading. I missed, and he just shot me in the face. Okay. Oh, so okay. So if that's all the way full, I probably don't miss. So I'm going to wait for that to charge up. Sweet. Okay, I got this down. What's happening? Why aren't you loading? Because he hit me. Okay, I'm going to slow down here. Oh, I think I've taken out his engines or something, because he ain't moving. That's pretty cool. I quite like that. It appears you can disable parts of their ship, which probably makes it easy to hit. Or my gunners are useless. Oh my god, this guy's just taking me out. Oh, I'm just going to wait for it to get a full if this is happening to me. I seem to be pretty unlucky. It's one of those, do I wait that extra half second to charge it to full and guarantee the hit, or do I just go for it to save myself a shot to the hull? Okay, so I've looted. Loot and scuttle her is my only option. There's probably going to be more at some point. Maybe if I mean, this is just speculation, but I'm assuming if I have some sort of gear that allows me to... I guess I could take the ship. So they don't normally give you an option if there's only ever one. If you only get one option, that generally means... I'm taking this experience from Fallen London here. Generally means that there will be other options in the future, were you to have gear or I don't know, abilities, or maybe a crewman on this. I don't really know. So I've got a cache of curiosities, which I can immediately open because I have one. So, you know, while in a town, I could probably sell that to someone or something. Because this probably isn't the only way of getting a cache of curiosities, otherwise it would immediately just give you these. Got some prisoner's honey, which is a currency. Not a currency, but it's one of the many items in the game that you kind of rack up. Well, in Fallen London, that you kind of rack up quite a few of. And some people, I can't remember what kind of people, there's one of the factions who really loves it. And they're like addicted to it, I think. And yeah, so if you have some of that around there, you can generally get some good stuff. Otherwise, it's nice to sell. I don't know if there's any extra uses in this game for it. Probably is. I'm not gonna lie, I quite like that real-time combat. I mean, it probably didn't look that great because I just got a self out of locked and shot him. But I did feel kind of like, ooh, there's a couple of options I could do here. I could try and sail round him. I could kind of, you know, just stop and fire at him. If there were multiple enemies as well, I feel there'd be a bit of weaving and shooting, trying to get behind them, because I'm assuming they have a similar range thing that I have. I thought this was going to be a building, and it's a boy, and I'm very angry now. I don't know what these red lines represent. I suppose it's just, yeah, there's probably one there as well. Just so it's a bit of a map, I suppose. Now this isn't, I don't think, now I haven't, it didn't used to be randomly generated, the map, when it first came out. I don't think it is now either. So you will always come across this same map. However, obviously you'll do even one, I'm going to attack this back. Oh no, I don't attack it like that. I have to shoot it with this one key. Ow, just bashed me. Weird bat swarm. Okay, it would appear you have to be able to see the enemy to even be loading your gun, which is very... Can I loot it? Some sort of blood pool. Yeah, so I don't think the map changes. So I've got two options this time. This will reduce your terror. Well, I didn't get that much. I don't think I'm being too terrified. Oh, surprise! Yeah, so the map isn't randomly generated. It's just the same map, but because you'll do different things, you'll have completely different options when you arrive at places. Completely different options. I remember in Fallen London, there's like a circus kind of thing you can go to. If you go there without anything, you just kind of stand there, like watching a clown. But if you go once you've got some gear, completely different place. Every time you go there. I don't know if I want to go in this fog. But actually, I think we might just cut it here. We're almost 20 minutes. I think that's pretty good. Got a good. There's a bat swarm there. Got a pretty good view of what this game's about. Oh, he wasn't in my light there, I don't think, and that made it harder for me to hit. This went orange. Let's get him in my light and see if that changes, just for demonstration. Nope. Making things up. Gather those courses. Woo! Supplies. So bats just keep you going. So you kill enough bats, you can just keep going. Although you don't get any fuel for it though, so yeah. Right, let's just have a quick look at these options and then we'll leave it. So you can toggle lights, which is probably a stupid thing to do. Repair your hull. You can just stop and repair. That probably takes food as well. Okay, so I just sent out something. No idea what. And then it came back. Something is... Oh, okay, so that's useful. Okay, so something is to the south. Now, that's not searching for bats. That must be me sending out a bat. I obviously have a pet. I think that's what I should... Yeah. And he goes and checks things out for me. There's a big wall. Am I back at the start? Yeah, I think we'll leave it here anyway. I'm just getting caught up in the game. It's pretty good. Should try it out. I honestly can't remember how much it is. But I think it's worth it. If you go to Fallen London, is entirely free. It's just a web-based game. You make an account, have a little. It's really good, so you should check that out. And if you like that, then this is very similar, but with say Tomb Colony. That's what I am. Well, it's not what I am. It's what my avatar kind of shows. I don't think that actually changes me. I'm a urchin, poet, captain, clearly. So yeah, you can do some stuff here. So check out Fallen London. Otherwise, have a nice rest of day.